airplanes, everything is being
We
inspected.
have to continue to work
It's
on
like
it
it
now.
seems on ways.
My name is Paul James. I'm host of this news every morning.
And a Golden Angel Award ceremony.
Hello, dear friends, lovely audiences. Welcome back to the show. Jack Chow on the show. With me, with my glory, I have my friend, a dear brother, Mr. Ken Hemming. I used to joke that we're brothers by the same mother, and I respect him. Even with the argument whatsoever, we argue all the time. You know that.
We do.
End of the day, I respect him. Well, not in the. I mean, I can't do anything better than what I respect him. Especially at this very moment, he voluntarily offered himself to stay with me going through the entire pandemic period. I appreciate it very much.
It's my
and
honor.
I believe the whole community, all the members of our community appreciate that too. So on behalf of them, here once again my salute.
This is where I belong.
And my team too. Every member of my team.
Oh, we've got the greatest technician on planet Earth.
So you got to do your job. You got to continuously do your job, or you will not be included with the Pope's prayer.
Right, that's right. I need to stay in his prayers.
Right. So you got to, for that you have to, for the purpose of being included in Pope's prayer, you better stay on your job. I'm kidding. So anyway, to the point of Donald Trump having to play both the black guy, the dark-faced guy, and the white-faced guy.
Yeah.
And I recognize not an easy job.
No.
How old is he? 27, 24? No, 73 or 74?
He's 73, and I've studied him very carefully. I've never seen him yawn. He doesn't yawn, and he sleeps 3 or 4 hours a night. He's a spectacular, energetic human being, committed to the people of America. Now, one thing I want to recommend to your viewers is that they watch these daily press conferences at least a couple times a week, because there's so much information there that it's really it's worth your effort to listen to them and watch it.
Yeah.
So I would do that.
And my office does not know that we are in the show, in the studio. They call me, they keep calling me to join their online meeting, which is very important.
Right.
But I let them know that I'm on the show. I can't do it.
We're important.
So, and all right. So I would say by looking at what Donald Trump is doing day in and day out, of course, no partisan involved, no left,
No, it's not
no side involved.
The virus has
regardless
no partisanship.
of where you are, regardless of who you are, regardless of where you stand, I would say that you probably better be convinced.
Well, he's our leader, and he's showing leadership. Like I said on another show, he's our Winston
Do you
Churchill.
think my wish makes some point?
Of course.
We're all human beings.
Right.
Well,
No, it's we're going through interesting times. I watch it every day when they have that press conference, and one of the things is there's some of the press people, the reporters, ask some of the most dumb questions I've ever heard in my life, and a lot of them are just questions to try to figure out some way to embarrass the president. But they fail because he's just so much smarter than they are. It's amazing what they try to do. But so, and then now they have these charts, which I'm sure will be updated on a daily basis. It shows that when this virus started happening, the number of people infected goes up and up until it hits a point where then these mitigations, whatever, start bringing it down. The death curve is the same like that. It's a different curve, and then like in New York, is the most negatively impacted city and state.
Now.
Nobody can catch it. It's really terrible. And California's done a good job. Our president and Governor Newsom, who I'm not a fan of, but they're working together. They communicate well.
Exactly.
And
You said
California's
exactly like you
doing
said.
well.
Like you said, Governor Newsom, who I'm not a fan of.
No.
All right. People will say Donald Trump, who is not my fan of.
Right.
However,
They're working.
they both are
They're a team.
working.
They are now.
They both are involved themselves in the
Right.
activities in and out, day in and day out. Right.
Yeah.
So look at California.
Yeah.
With the government call, with the call for from Governor Newsom,
Yes, sir.
25,000 retired medical workers,
Yes.
including medical school students,
Right.
senior student about to graduate,
Right.
right? And about researchers
Yeah.
who are retired. They signed
Volunteer, come back.
voluntarily to come back.
Yeah. That's huge.
That's huge.
It's beautiful.
That's huge. And
I
in New York,
worship
in New York, about a week ago, they started doing the same thing.
Sure.
All right.
Yeah, countrywide,
And
we're doing it.
all these come from a motivation. Who motivated? The leaders.
The leaders in love for your fellow neighbors. That's what it is. That's what Americans do. Look at World War II.
So
everybody.
That's why I recommend we estimate. We do it on a moving ground.
Right. And it will. Like these next 2 weeks are going to be huge.
Okay. Look at you just mentioned World War II, right?
I did.
Look at Pearl Harbor. After
did.
Pearl Harbor, the United Navy barely had 1/3
Right.
of capabilities left.
Right. The only beauty is we had our aircraft carriers still because they weren't in Pearl Harbor. Our battleships.
They're
were-
almost all done.
Yeah,
they're almost all done.
Aircraft carriers were okay.
Oh, some left. Some had time left.
Yeah, they had left.
They left, right?
Yeah.
Only a little bit. That's why I say about 1/3, barely 1/3 left.
Right.
However, within 1 year,
Yeah.
we came back as 10 times strong as before.
And let me give credit to Rosie the Riveter. Most of the able-bodied men, joined the armed forces to try to get rid of Nazism in Italy and Japan. But then the women, they worked so beautifully. And they
Yeah.
can do just as good as a guy with a riveter
You
and
see
a hammer.
I see pictures.
Oh, I love 'em.
of women use a sandpaper,
Oh.
helping sanding the paint whatsoever.
They did it all.
They did it all.
Yeah.
All right.
And that's why there was no unemployment rate for
You
women
never
then
know how big the power is
of our commitment.
of the people
Right.
who was born here
Right.
or come here
Yeah.
to pursue freedom.
And that was
Once
demonstrated.
freedom gets hit,
Yeah.
you motivated the most essential energies of all.
And then right now, our freedoms are being minimized a bit because we're supposed to stay home and we're not
Folks are
socializing.
dying.
But so the reason people are doing it is because the better we fight
Yeah,
the virus,
you're
the
right.
sooner we can get back to going to dinners.
Now, at the same moment, we lost our freedom.
I
We're
miss
losing our
restaurants
freedom
so much.
I can't even go to the normal places I used to go.
No, it's terrible.
I can't dine in a restaurant that I like.
We're not
right?
spending any
We lost
money.
our freedom.
That's what's killing the
We
economy.
lost our freedom because we were hit by this enemy
Right.
unseen,
Right.
unknown.
Which I do think we're
And
overreacting.
it's
but
not a time
time
for
will tell.
it's not time for complain.
no,
It's not time to point your fingers.
No.
Regardless of where you stand.
Just endure.
It's time to
And-
do what we once did
Yeah.
after Pearl Harbor.
right. And this too will pass, just like everything. This will pass. And literally, the death mortality rate, it's going to be under 1%. There's no question about that.
Now it's 1.8.
Well, it all depends who you're listening to.
Yeah.
It's skewed right now by New York because New York's been a disaster.
I strongly recommend, from a non-partisan point of view, in other words, from a
Pure
humanism
health. Yeah.
point of view,
Yeah.
only as a human,
Yeah.
right? Forget your party, forget you're from, forget whatsoever politically you're obligated. Just to see this old man, 73 years old, day in and day out, what he's been doing.
It's phenomenal. And it never gets tired.
Just see the
He's not old.
governors of
Yeah.
California,
Yeah.
mayor of Los Angeles,
Right.
and our leader, even county supervisors,
Sure.
right?
Yeah.
Right? I'm not a fan of Catherine Barker,
I'm not
but
either.
I respect her a lot now.
Okay.
My respect to her is daily increasing.
Okay.
Because of what? Because they put up, she, as one of the leaders themselves, they put up their efforts in trying to mitigate the impact as much as they can.
Well, if they mitigate as much as they can and they don't waste their breath on criticizing the Trump administration for their ideological purpose.
Regardless where you stand, regardless what your political commitment is, regardless of you like or don't like persons or figures you like or don't like, regardless of whatever you see as the description of the pandemic, the worst side, regardless of the fact that you see the overjoy of the optimistic people, you choose how about to stay in the middle, right?
Just love your neighbor.
Yeah, keep your feet locked,
Right.
keep your fingers crossed, That's
Keep
it.
smiling.
and keep smiling.
Yeah.
All right?
Yeah.
And keep your lips spread.
Right.
For a big smile.
That's
Why?
what teeth are for, smiling.
Like that. All right? Okay. We will be right back, my dear friends.